Hi everyone, I am Andrew Purdy. I'm a data analyst at the Data City, and today I'm going to talk to you about financial outliers. I'm going to start by saying why they happen. I'm going to give you a couple of examples, and I'm going to show you where you can find them on our platform. Financial anomalies happen because companies can misreport their financial accounts. One such example is a company reporting their net worth or their shareholder funds as their number of employees. The reason why this is important is because in any analysis it's important to consider outliers. They can change the conclusions that you draw from the data, and secondly, it violates some of the assumptions that we make when we calculate fields or we estimate fields like turnover or GVA and things like that. So it's important to consider outliers in that analysis and to make sure that you make the best use of the data. The challenge for Companies House is that they're not required or able to kind of validate the data that is submitted to them. They receive multiple million accounts every year that are filed with them, and they don't have the legislative power to kind of check them. I'm going to show you now where you'll find the data on our platform. So if you're on Analyze, you'll see it here in the kind of first instance. So in the Analyze summary box, you get a quick summary of, does your list contain any anomalies? In this case, I'm looking at the full 5.6 million companies registered at Companies House, and there's about 1,000 companies that have anomalies. If I go to the filters, I can inspect these anomalies. If I click only outliers, update, now I can see the employment, the turnover that's just attributed to these companies where we found anomalies. And from here, we can go even deeper. We can look at the specific anomalies. If I click view list, and I think the most interesting way of showing this to you is by sorting by employees high to low. So if we have a look at Charles House Investments Limited, coming back to what I said earlier about anomalies and their impact on our estimates, this is a really good example. You can see that in 2022, they reported 233,000 employees. Coincidentally, it's the same number that they report for their net worth, their shareholder funds. So this is that example that I was talking about before, where companies are misreporting their financial accounts and just copy and pasting the wrong figure down. The impact that this has is that it throws off our growth estimate, because they suddenly go from 2 employees in 2019 up to 233,000. With this outlier filter, we can remove that from the analysis and reduce the impact or remove the impact. Yeah, that's one of the ways. That's how you can interact with this data on the platform. The other thing worth mentioning is that this data is being updated over the next couple of months, and you might see some changes. I'll be adding in more examples of outliers. There's a model that's been trained. I've gone through Companies House and I've validated and marked accounts as anomalous or correct. And I'll be adding more examples in the next couple of months, so these numbers might change. And this is really important. It's a very small number of companies that are affected, but they can affect your analysis. And we are very keen on finding all the potential examples of this, and we'll be working with our data suppliers to improve the data quality even further. Thank you very much for listening and watching. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, or there is a good knowledge base article on outliers, and you'll find more examples of the ways that companies misreport their financial accounts there.